good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi guys. Right, I've not been on for a couple of weeks now, and obviously, as you know, I've been away and I've been up to loads of other stuff, but I've had loads of stuff, like other stuff happening as well, and I've just not had a great time lately, and I've been stressed. And what I tend to do when that happens is just shut down completely, and basic stuff still will commence, but nothing extra. So all the basic stuff's been done, minus the laundry. I mean, that's pretty basic, but not an enjoyable basic. Basically, been away to Albania and come home. I did do a little bit of recording when I was over there, but not like, it was more that I just recorded the food and stuff. So I think I'm going to do a video and just basically talk you through some of the things that I had whilst I was there, but I didn't really get the opportunity to do any kind of proper vlogs or anything like that, unfortunately. But it's just very busy when we're over there, and because it's a family visit and I'm going to see my family, there's so many different people that you have to go and see that you just don't get the chance. So I will do a vlog about that, but loads of stuff has been going wrong for me lately, and so I've just kind of shut down. Things haven't been happening really, and today is the first day where I feel like I'm sort of getting back on track. So I'll tell you a bit more about what's been going on, like when I get home in a bit, but I just thought I'd say hello while I'm out because it's nice and sunny and the sky is blue, and it's the first day that the sky has been blue since I've been home. So it's a perfect day to get back on track, back into the routine and back into seeing you guys. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. My name's Hayley, aka Mama C. I'm just popping on, it's weigh day today, and I'm just getting ready to go to Slimming World. I started a video, not yesterday, the day before, which I was on my morning walk, and I basically said I was gonna get home, start videoing and just let you know like why I've not been on, etc, etc. Anyway, that didn't happen, but loads of stuff is happening. What's not happening at the moment in the world? I've got something in my eye. What's not happening at the moment in the world with the war in Ukraine and everything, really upsetting stuff. So my problems and mishaps are really absolutely nothing compared to that, and I just really want to say that I know this isn't something that you would necessarily put on YouTube, political views, etc, etc. I'm not saying anything about politics or anything like that, but what I will say is that my heart goes out to everybody in Ukraine that's genuinely really feeling for all of the women that are having to flee with their children, leaving their husbands behind, fathers behind, sons behind, you know, children who are now without parents, family members, things like that. I'm just really feeling for that. And it's behind you on the table, Tabalina. Tabalina. He's not listening to me. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that first of all, that is a major point, and now we'll get on to everything else. So I'm just packing the change bag and getting ready to leave for Slimming World, and I thought I'd just sort of pop on, give you a bit of a weight loss update over the last few weeks because I've not given you an update at all, and let you know why I've not been on. So the main reason that I've not really recorded anything is because in the week that I was going away, I had lots and lots to do. I was really super busy, and I had like just stressful stuff going on. Like my car, my main family car, failed its MOT, which is great. But the thing is, like, I had a feeling it might fail on like one or two small things that's going to be like relatively inexpensive to fix. No, it's about £600 worth of work when I added it all up. Well, that's like £500 in parts, pretty much. And so I've been trying to sort that out. My dad's quite good when it comes to the car, so he can do a lot of things for me. And so I brought the car back from the MOT, but then wasn't actually allowed to drive it because some of the tyres needed doing. I didn't realise how far down they were, and the place where I took it to the MOT couldn't fit it in to do it. But secondly to that as well, I was going to Albania, and my MOT, my MOT ran out 2 days after I returned from Albania, so I needed to try and get it sorted out before I went. I wasn't able to get it sorted out before I went. We bought a part for it to re-secure the front headlight because one of the brackets for it had broken. So we bought a part to secure that, and the part was wrong, like completely wrong. Like there was no, I don't understand how it would have gone on there. I tried with my dad, it was like a blooming jigsaw puzzle, and he couldn't do it. So that part was wrong. So my dad found another one, but that had to come from Poland. And obviously people in Poland right now are a little bit preoccupied as well. So there was that. That part's come now, so they've fixed that, that's fine. But yeah, that was one of the things that was like really stressing me out. So I had to change the vehicle that I was going down to the airport in because Heathrow's like 3 hours from my house. So I was parking my car there for the whole week. So I had to change my vehicle, and then that was also stressful because then I had to like fit all of my luggage and 2 pushchairs and 2 car seats and everything all into my smaller car. Luckily I've still got my company car. However, my normal car is now off the road because it's still not fixed and the MOT's run out, so I still can't use that one anyway. That's my main one that I need really, because that's my big car. But anyway, there was that. Then I got to Albania, right, and I just had, you know when something tells you in your head, like that something's going to happen, you just know it's going to happen, you just think, why am I being so stupid? Like, and I'm an anxious flyer, like I don't like flying at all. I freak out, especially at takeoff and landing, like, and I just get anxious days before. Like a few days before we were due to fly back, I was like almost having panic attacks and stuff when I was in Albania because I was just like freaking out about flying. Well, something was telling me like, your luggage, like something's going to happen with your luggage, you're going to lose your luggage or you're going to lose a bag, whatever. So when I packed, I took 2 big bags and I tried to like put equal amounts of everyone's things in like each bag, but I was taking a lot of stuff over for my family over there, like clothes that I don't wear or have never worn and things like that. Obviously I gave a lot to charity, but some stuff was like really, really lovely and I wanted to give it to my sisters over there. So I was taking that with me as well. When we got to the airport, we landed, we got through passport control and everything. Went to get the bags, like everything was coming around on the carousel, and one of my bags just wasn't there. And we tried speaking to the lost and found because everybody from our flight had left, all the bags had finished coming off. There was one bag left and it wasn't our bag. And the people from Lost and Found were just so unhelpful. Anyway, in the end, like I sort of left it, didn't do anything about it because I don't speak the language, and I left my family to try and sort it out. Nothing was getting sorted out. They were just telling us that we'd have to leave and come back in a few days and see if the case had been brought back because they thought somebody may have taken our case. And I was like, this is just not on, like, and I realised then my baby milk was in the case that wasn't there, and my son has like the special baby milk, the anti-reflux one, and I don't know what's available in Albania in terms of like the reflux milk. So I was freaking out at that point, so I literally grabbed the paperwork and stormed back through departures, which I shouldn't have done anyway because of security and that. They tried to stop me, but there weren't no stopping me, hon. So I literally stormed through security and started talking to this guy, and I was like, do you know it definitely got off the plane? Like, do you scan it when it comes off the plane so you know it's definitely come off? Could it still be on the plane flying back to Heathrow? Like, where's my case? Like, you need to be more helpful. And they were like, oh, someone else has took your case, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but you don't know that, do you? Because like, how do you know that? Well, they've left their case here. And I was like, well, they might have just walked off without their case, or forgot one of their cases. You don't know that they've took my case. Like, you don't know that information for definite, so don't tell me that's the situation. And anyway, like, the guy just walked off from me, and that is the wrong thing to do to a woman. Like, I don't know about you out there, right, but that is, for me, when I'm talking to you, and I was very polite, like I wasn't being rude or anything, but he walked away from me. Now that is downright rude. I was having none of it. So I came out of the office, and the airport's really small in Tirana. If anyone's ever been to Albania, Tirana airport is the main airport, and was the only airport for a while. Ted, get off the cat. Leave him at, no, don't pull the cat's tail. Oh, sorry, my son decided to attack the cat then. That was nice of him, pulling his tail. Yeah, so the guy walked off from me, and that was completely the wrong thing to do. Tirana airport's really, really small, and so I like walked out and just started screaming at this guy, like going berserk. And I was like, you will help me find my case, you're not being helpful, you could do it. And he's like, there's nothing we can do. And I was like, you can, because you can help me get in touch with British Airways. You can get a contact number for the lady who's left her case in case, like, you know, she has taken mine. You can phone her. One of the things that was really stressing me out, right, was that the case that had been left was like half the size of mine. and my case had this big pink strap around it and a big travel tag, orange travel tag that said ciao on it, and that had all my details on it. And so obviously I'm thinking, well, how has somebody taken my case, like by accident, because it's nothing like the case that has been left behind, and it's got this massive pink strap on it, like, and a big orange tag. Like, it's not likely that somebody else would have the same things on their case. Like, that's very, very unlikely. And so that was like, something was telling me like something's not right. Anyway, after a lot of drama and me kicking off and the police coming because I was kicking off, and the police like almost arrested me, and me just going crazy and being like, they're not doing their jobs, like they need to help me, blah blah blah, the guy phones his friend who works in the airport, works for British Airways, and he's like, oh, can you help me to sort this out, right? So I'll go and see this guy, because they'd directed me to this place before, but it was closed. I'm just trying to open a baby bottle. They directed me to this place before, but it was closed, and the guy wasn't there, and like that's like why I ended up going back. So I went to this guy and I'm like, can you help? Look, my baby milk's in there. Look, I need this case. It's special baby milk. It's not like regular stuff that you can just buy anywhere. So he makes a few phone calls, and it turns out there's a lady who has taken my case. So I had to then stand for another 2 hours and wait for them to get back to the airport, because they'd obviously, by this time, it's like an hour after like we should have left the airport. So they've obviously got to wherever they've got to go, like almost. And then I had a phone call, realised, oh God, yeah, I've got the wrong case, and they've had to then drive back. So like this whole time I'm at the airport, going crazy. And it turns out this lady is like an old lady. She's like quite poorly. She's with a guy. The guy and her like really apologetic. Like as soon as they saw me, they were like, "Me found the foul," which is sorry in Albanian. She'd bought like 200 and something pounds worth of medicine from London to take back to Albania with her, and she needed that medicine. Like, so her case was full of medicine. Now they brought my case back, went into the thing to get their case. She didn't recognise a case. She didn't know which one was hers. There were like loads of cases in the room, because I've been in the room, all different. She didn't know which one was hers. And she was saying like, oh, I thought like, oh, this case is a bit heavy, like what's going on? And like my case was still locked and everything. When I checked it and everything was still in there. So it wasn't like a situation of somebody just like being naughty. It was like a genuine mistake. But anyway, that was like a whole drama. It was really stressful, and like it just took hours, and it just meant like everything was just long. So, and I'd already been travelling for like 12 hours, so I just weren't a happy bunny at all. And I think the Albanian guy that works for British Airways was glad to see me go. And when I realised that like they'd found my case, like this person had my case, and he was like, yeah, they've got your case, they're bringing it back now. Like I just grabbed him like and hugged him, like I couldn't help it. So he was a bit like, oh. But anyway, that was fine. We got there in the end. But then like when I came home, then I got stopped by immigration and put in a holding cell. So that was lovely. And then I got home, and then what happened to me? Oh yeah, so then I got home, and then everything was fine. And then my boiler decided it was going to have a day off. So I had no hot water. I couldn't use hot water because the pressure was like going up on the boiler. And then I was on the phone to Baxi, because my boiler's only like 3 years old. I was on the phone to Baxi for an hour, still didn't get through, fuming. So I was like, this is really annoying me. Phoned a couple of different Baxi engineers. They gave me the engineer phone line number. So I got through to Baxi that way a lot quicker and explained to them. And then they came out and they were like, oh, it's not even your boiler that's broke. Your expansion vessel needs pumping up, but you have got hot water. So the broken part is actually your shower upstairs. So sort of, for God's sake. So then we've had to replace the shower now. And then on top of that, then, right, cooking my tea yesterday, doing a what I eat in a day video for you. Cooking my tea in the slow cooker, barbecue pulled pork. I was like changing the boys' nappies in the lounge, heard this clicking noise, and I was like, what's that? And I just thought it was like one of the kids or whatever playing tricks on me, like hiding and making silly noises, trying to scare the little ones. Anyway, I stood up and my slow cooker had gone off, and it still had like 2 hours left on it. So it had gone off, and I was like, what the hell? So I thought, oh, maybe it's plug socket, because the plug socket's like a little bit, like, not dodgy, but it just needs like re-screwing in. So I thought, oh, maybe it's like tripped the slow cooker or something. but the socket was working with my kettle, so I was like, I don't know how that's not right. So I plugged it into a different one, it still didn't work. Changed the fuse twice, put it into 2-3 different plug sockets. It won't turn on, it's non kaput. And that's all expensive. It's a proper crock pot as well, so I'm fuming about that. So I need to, if I can't get that working, I'm going to have to buy a replacement. I have got my eye on something else already, which I was sort of looking at anyway, but I didn't, like, I don't have the money to go and buy it, so I was not going to buy it. I just thought, like, I'll get on with my slow cooker for now, it's fine. And I've only had it like 2 years. And the reason I bought that one is because when I was having all my house redone, I dropped a hammer and it smashed the ceramic dish of my old slow cooker. So, idiot. But anyway, all those things have happened. Like, it's really just making me like, ugh. And I've been trying to find out about the Homes for Ukraine scheme as well, in the middle of all that, because, you know, I'll probably make a spare room in my house, so if we can help out, we'll try. And yeah, so just all that's been going on. And my weigh-in, when I came, so what I did, right, I didn't do a weight loss update the week before I went because I didn't have time to film it. And then, obviously I missed a week because I was in Albania. Where's the dummy gone? Right, so I didn't do the weighing update the week before I went. Then I missed a week because I was in Albania. Then last week I got weighed, like the day after I got back from Albania. And then it's weighing again now. So I'll go through the last few weeks. So, not last week. Missed a week before. Right, so the week before I went, I was kind of on off, like I was being alright, but then like I weren't being perfect. So the week before I went, I'd lost £1. So that took me to 11 stone 8.5. And then after that I had a few, like almost a week before I went to Albania, so it was half term as well, so me and the older kids did like some film nights, we had loads of snacks, we had ice cream, chocolate, all that sort of stuff, and I just thought, you know what, I'm not getting weighed next week, and I'm expecting to put weight on anyway, and my older kids didn't come to Albania with me this time either, so I thought, like, the least we can do is just have a few fun nights together. So we did that, and then I went to Albania, and I just ate whatever I wanted whilst I was there. You will see, like, when I do the vlog from going, you'll see what kind of foods I was eating. I had whatever I liked, but what you've got to remember is over there, like, it's predominantly like fresh food that comes from the garden, to be fair. Like, it's not you don't eat anything that's processed, really, to be honest. That kind of thing doesn't really exist, so it's all just like joints of meat and like a broth and things like that. So I just had free reign. I didn't go mad, like everyone was eating Raffaellos and things like that all week, and I didn't go crazy for stuff like that. I kind of tried to steer clear a little bit because I didn't want to have like a massive gain when I got back. But anyway, I got back and I got weighed and I'd lost £2. So you could say for the last 3 weeks I've lost £1 a week, like that's what it would equate to. So I'd lost £2. I was quite happy with that, but on the Tuesday night, because we'd had like another like 12 hours of travelling, got home, it was like 6 o'clock at night. Pardon? It was like 6 o'clock at night, and the kids had come home and stuff, and I just weren't in the mood for cooking. We'd had like takeout and stuff. Eat it then. We'd had like takeout and stuff. And this week I've just carried on that trend. Like, just totally carried on that trend. Like, I've been scoffing. I mean scoffing. Like, I've had Chinese, I've had McDonald's, I've had chocolate, I've just had whatever I've wanted. Like, I haven't paid any attention whatsoever. I've gone on like a crazy one. And what I think it is just all the kind of, I do this thing where like things will happen in my life that I find stressful and I'll just deal with it. But as things build up, like if a few things happen over like a short space of time, like I'll just go into like a complete shutdown, and I know I do it, and I just go into like a complete shutdown, and my eating is one of the things that suffers. So I've just not like concentrated on food or anything like that at all, and it's really suffered. And so I've just had whatever I wanted to eat, but I've done a plan now. I've reset myself. You'll see, like I put on Instagram yesterday, like I've done some meal plans and things like that. So I've done like a couple of weeks worth of those, and I'm just gonna get back on it now because I've just really been off the thing. So I'm gonna just finish getting ready now, and then I'm going to Slimming World. I'm gonna get weighed, and I'll let you know what I lost, and hopefully it's not too much of like a rambling weight loss update video this week, but that's basically what's happened. I've just fell off the wagon because I've been feeling a little bit stressed and just worried about things that are going on, and that's just how it's affected me. But you know, in the grand scheme of things, I'm in a very lucky, privileged position where I am, so I've really got nothing to complain about, and I just need to give myself a kick up the backside. So that's what I'm going to do. Go to weigh-in, face the music, probably going to have a gain, but we'll see what happens, and I'll let you know afterwards. So catch you in a little while, crocodiles. Hello. It's the afternoon now, it's 3:10, waiting for the kids to get home from the rain. So just gonna sign off in a second with the weight loss update. So just to let you know what I've done this week, I've put on 2.5 pounds, which is fine. I'm cool with it. Like with everything else that's going on in the world right now, like if that's the biggest thing I've got to worry about, I'm really not doing bad, am I, to be honest? Yeah, it's absolutely fine. I've made my peace with it. It's not a problem. I knew I was going to have gain. It's £3.5 pound loss that I need to do now to get my 3 stone award next week. So I need to try and be super on it. I've been good today. I've had my healthy extra, which was cereal, as my breakfast, and then I've had some pulled pork from yesterday as my lunch, and I had some fat-free cottage cheese with that as well, and then I had an apple as well, and I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry, so I might have a banana or an orange because I've got some of those. I've got a pineapple to cut up, and then later on I'm making, what am I making today? Veggie sausage and hash brown frittata. So that's a recipe from the LiQWYD app. If I remember to put a video together for it, then I will, but I need to get like editing because I'm just not going to have any memory left, so I need to get editing and get some things starting to upload. That is my weight loss weekly update done up until now, and then I'll try and be really good this week, and then next week hopefully we'll get a good loss, and I'm going to try and do lots and lots of what I eat in a day videos this week as well, so if I do get a good loss, at least you'll know what I've done to get it. So have a lovely day, a lovely evening, and I'll check you later. Don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe if you want more videos like this. It's been a bit of a long one, bit of a chatty one. They're not always this long, but if you've enjoyed it, let me know, and just comment down below with your weight losses, and I'll see you next week for another weight loss update. Bye.